Damn, what is up with the squad? What's going on? I'm still up. I can't stop thinking about basketball. Is it time for it to start yet? Is it time for it to start yet? Bree Wayne, you in the building? I knew you'd be here. I figured it'd be just me and you, Bree Wayne, about 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't think nobody else will think about basketball, but I am. I can't wait to get this thing started. So, time to defend this thing, y'all. Okay, Bree Wayne, you say you here. Okay. It's time to defend this thing. We in Vegas. There's no excuses. Miracle Rush Few, you still up too? Are y'all up thinking about basketball, or y'all up at work or whatever? We got this. Oh yeah, we got this. I'm not nervous. I'm just excited to get it on. Back where we all started. Back where we all started. The night before tip off, put out a nice little fun way for everybody to get to know the nicknames. Don't want no questions coming in about who's who. I put it out there for everybody. I'm up at work. Wish I was asleep. Wody, what's up? Wody? I ain't seen you in a minute. Okay, you up at work? Okay. Wody, we ain't talked to you about this upcoming season. How you feeling? What you thinking about this upcoming season? Who and then Wody, who is your team? Are you a Gamecocks fan? Who's your team? Matter of fact, because I don't even think I know. Who is your team? I DeAndre. And I had an 8-hour nap, and I need another 8 hours. Oh, you just slept too much, Bodie. That's all. You just slept too much now. You just slept too much. That's all that is. And I thought I'd get on here and I've been thinking about that. Let me see. Dude look like a chick. Wise rice. You are so wise, because I am. Okay, you gonna watch Syracuse. What are you looking for at Syracuse? What are you looking for at Syracuse? Especially with like Dyson Fair gone now. Like, are you expecting them to go back to the tournament or what? Posted some tea until you seen it. Oh no, I ain't even been in the Discord. I've been working. I've been straight working. Let me see. I gotta go in the tea room. Let me see. What is the tea? Oh, okay. Why y'all saying no way, Jose? Why y'all saying no way, Jose? Don't do that. don't do that. Why Syracuse? I saw Lisa Leslie pick. She want to coach. I don't know if she want to coach, but I know that she had a surprise visit. Had a surprise visit into the to visit the Gamecocks today. I'm watching just because it's home state and a powerhouse school. You call Syracuse a powerhouse school in basketball? Explain, Wody. Powerhouse. Let me understand powerhouse. She was watching Gamecocks practice. You think I like the quickies now? You know we get them in. You gotta get the quickies in every once in a while. I hope Don will hire her to work with the post players when Boyer retires. Did you see? Wait a minute. Do you think Leslie would come to South Carolina? You don't think that they would give Leslie a job at USC first? You know what I mean? You don't think that they would? I don't know. I think they would try to probably keep her at USC first, especially since they're trying to build their program from Bangladesh, from America. Okay, I don't like the spamming though. Leslie and Dawn you think they be BFFs? Okay, so she would choose Dawn over her school, like she's an alum at USC, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I see that. I don't know if I see that. So let me see. I gotta check here. I was trying to see it. So it's not looking like Maddie is playing today? Is that right? We shouldn't expect to see Maddie play. That's Coco with him. Really? Hmm. USC. You say I could see it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We are the real USC. Yes. And she wear Asia's jersey anyways. I heard Asia may be cool. So that means that she would. So she Asia's in the Gamecocks fan, not a Sparks and a USC fan. Okay, I think it's gonna depend on where Juju go. Although Juju's not that, she doesn't. She would be teaching big, so it kind of makes sense. As this is kind of like Donnie is known as like Big U, but at the same time, got a lot of guards coming out of our school now too. A lot of guards coming out. Russell, I only bring the facts to the chat over there on the Instagram. Appreciate you checking in, fam. Holding it down over there. Well, Powerhouse. I mean, they could get top talent. They have some history of putting out pro players and all. It takes a good year to get a buzz. Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you. I didn't know if you meant like if I thought you meant like powerhouse, like you were seeing like a powerhouse team at Syracuse right now this year. No, I didn't see a powerhouse, but I was gonna ask you about the recruiting class. Okay, maybe I added Gamecocks there, but she did say last year she was rooting for Gamecocks to win the chip. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Miss D, good morning. What's going on, fam? Just getting a quickie in for the game before the game start. Miss D, too late for you to be up. Miss D, yeah, Miss D always catch us up late too. You always catch us up late. Okay, so somebody tell me, give me the score tomorrow. What's gonna be the score tomorrow? What's gonna be the score tomorrow? What's gonna be the score and who's gonna be the high score? Give me the score and the high score. The earliest game I see is like it's coverage started like 10:30, like 10:30, 11 my time. I can't wait to see Tessa Johnson play this season. Me neither. Night Owl. Where's Juan Soto going to work? Los Angeles. Lay the high score. I don't know. Could Juan be a Dodger? 160. Joyce was 17. Does Joyce get the double double? I think Joyce gets the double double. I like Lay as a high score. I like Joyce at like 17 and 10. I like Lay around 24, 25. 94-60. Joyce gets 22. Okay. I like Joyce getting 20. I like Joyce with the double double. I think we get 4 or 5 Gamecocks in double figures at least, and at least 2 double doubles. 4 or 5 Gamecocks in double figures, two at least 2 double doubles. And I'm predict that we're gonna start seeing some assists, just some assist point double doubles too, with the way the team move around. More assist double doubles than just points rebounds. What's the problems? What is the problem with the Cowboys? What do they need to do? I think they need a new quarterback, but I would have to really take a look at them. They take some more shots in our guard rotation. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. So is that overall, or is that just what you saw the last two for the exhibition? Oh, 12, Raven 10 points, 7 assists. Okay. Joyce Tessa, Raven Pow Pow Lay. What's that, Miss D? That's the you calling in for double figures? Cowboys need a prayer. That's it, a prayer. No, a prayer and some more stuff. They got to start. It starts at the prayer. Wody, then you got to do the work after the prayer. Let's pray for the Gamecocks football team. They're so delusional. Powell 12 points, Tessa 15 points. Okay, I like that. I like that. Double figures for them. Okay, okay. You call double figures. You put 5 in double figures. Okay. So you see us putting up, y'all see us putting up about 100, close to 100, 80 to 100. Not gonna lie, it could be a kids game. She thrives when we play white folks. I mean, I think everybody gonna want to come out and shine. Chloe, I mean, the last time we seen Chloe, what was it? It was a double double, or that was a double double game before the first exhibition. Yeah, I think Lay coming out to prove a point. I think Lay definitely want to prove a point. It's Las Vegas. I think the Stars gonna be out. Uh, I could tell Chris, you in the wrong room. We care about all the basketball over here. You probably just want to go ahead and go, Chris. It's probably not your not the live for you. Uh, yeah, they did that against a good Notre Dame team. Okay, so besides us, what's the game? What's the game that y'all think is going to be the most exciting tomorrow? Rewind too funny. Iowa, Bowling Green, Missouri. You see where I'm going with this, Auntie? You can stop it. She played very well against LSU as well. Don't do that. She played very good against LSU. She kept us in the game. Remember? Kids be balling career high 20 points versus Bowling Green. Don't do that. Don't do that. She gonna ball everywhere. Can't wait to watch Juju tomorrow. Okay, so Juju is at like 12. So we get Juju real early. We gonna get to see Juju and Kiki and everybody. I think that's gonna be the first big game that goes off. I think that's at like 12, 12:30. I think it's at 12 or 12:30 tomorrow. So we gonna see them right away. And y'all make sure y'all follow everybody. Little Juju 1-2. Because I know she's gonna be giving some coverage. I'm gonna be live tomorrow. I think me and Juju are. I know we're gonna do the show tomorrow morning at like 9 my time, and then I think I'm live with Juju tomorrow on her show for the start. And then y'all know me. I'm here for the all day marathon. I'm here for the all day marathon. I got a lot of teams playing tomorrow, so we got Juju and them playing. I got the Louisville game. Notre Dame plays at 5 o'clock. I think Georgia's also playing at 5 o'clock. I think Tennessee. Does Tennessee play tomorrow, y'all? Wody is something I noticed about kids. Let me look at this schedule. Let me matter of fact. Yeah, so they got North Carolina playing Charleston Southern, I guess, at 11 a.m. North Florida, Florida State at 11. Radford and Duke at 11. The Ole Miss USC at 12. Who else playing at 12? Kansas State play at 12. Uh, Nebraska play at 1. I don't know too much about them. UCLA Louisville at 2:30. So I'm looking for that one. Notre Dame play Mercyhurst at 5. It's the Golden Child, so I'm watching that. Kentucky will be on at 5 o'clock too. That I want to see what Kentucky does. I don't know anything about the team they play in USC Upstate. Alabama. They keep talking about this Alabama. What's the young lady name from Alabama? What's that young lady name from Alabama? They said it was better than my laser because I need to look at her. I did not look at Clara. Rewind. Why you didn't tell me when we was in the when we was in the Discord? I could have put her up. Yeah, this remind me who the young lady is at Alabama because I gotta check her out. They keep taking her over late. The LSU playing Eastern Kentucky at 8. So no Tennessee tomorrow though. I don't get no Tennessee. I guess Georgia plays though. Or maybe Tennessee played, but they just not on the big list. Let me pull up their schedule. Because I know Georgia played tomorrow, but they're not on that list either. Okay, yeah, they play Stanford tomorrow at 6:30. That might be a good one. I don't know. I don't know what either one of those teams are going to look like. So that may be one to peek in on too. I mean, I said Stanford, y'all. I'm wishing it was Stanford. Sanford. Let me get it right. Uh, the France game for UCLA is at 2:30. Yeah. That's the Louisville game. How did UConn look? So I mean, Sarah Strong looked much better than she looked in the summer. I don't know that I saw like a player that was like that should have been number one over Joyce, but she looked much better. She was moving much better. I see that they're gonna really try to use her to stretch the floor. I heard them talking about them being able to be a 1-2 and being able to get open shots. I thought that was interesting. Interesting. I think against most teams they will, but against the deeper teams they won't. I don't think UConn looks as well as they'll look later in the season if they get healthy. The key to UConn right now is can they get healthy and can they stay healthy? If they get healthy and stay healthy, they'll be a deep team and they'll be difficult to deal with for most teams. They're playing players right now that wouldn't be playing normally, so they're getting great experience and they got it last year. If they get healthy and can get some chemistry, Grampy has a deep team, and Paige looked out. The UConn, that's how they look. Paige looked ready. I told y'all. And I made that announcement. I said that I thought she had gold knees, diamond knees. It's not. She got the Moki brand. Them knees don't go out. She got the Moki brands. So Paige knees is good. Paige is locked in. Paige jumper already wet. She doesn't take a bad shot. She's not gonna make a bad pass. She's always gonna be efficient. Like Paige is Paige. She was attacking the basket. She was finishing in contact. She had no hesitation diving on the floor. So we gonna get to see the Paige Beckers that we've been robbed of being able to see all of these other seasons. So get ready. Paige get ready. Paige get ready. Go for it all. I'm expecting to see UConn and South Carolina in the championships. No, that's what I'm expecting to see in the championships. Paige and Braven. Paige and Raven. She went for like she went off. I want to say she went like 8 for 8 or something to start. Tell me, remind me. I think she went off like 8 to 8, 8 for 8 or something to start the game. We go destroy Michigan tomorrow. Critical J. Probably. I expect them to, but I expect everybody to come out and try to play us stuff. I expect everybody to come out and give us, like a run for our money for the first, 2 to 3 minutes like that or something. And then, and maybe, some teams have, be able to hang there a quarter and a half, 2 quarters. I expect us to really dominate the third quarter. But I just don't know. I don't know what to expect from Michigan. So I'm interested to see what they put on the floor. I know they got a couple All-Americans, so see what they do. She better than Rosario. And she was 95th recruit. Heck, Audie Crooks was 57th recruit. And I'd take both of them over Rosario. Okay. Paige was dominant. Absolutely. She shot 3 of 3 from 3, 12, 14 field goals. That's the same, plus 9 rebounds. Second half. Yeah, 8 for 8 came out with 8 for 8 over a stretch. Like, but it's that Ashley Shade. Is that her name? Ashley Shade? I don't want to mess it up. She went on a heater. She went on a heater. So remember I was saying, I kept saying like, yo, if Paige gets 1 to 1.5 players to show up to be consistent and play with her, they'll be in the national championship. Today she had Shade and Strong, and they looked like they were doing stuff that can be sustained. It looked sustainable. It looked like it was something that they could do consistent. It wasn't like it looked like they were doing things that they weren't used to doing, or that they were, making moves that they don't used to, that they don't used to make, that they're not used to making, or playing out of position. It looked like they were just in the flow of what they're used to doing. So that should be easily sustainable for them. I don't think they didn't ask Sarah Strong to do anything outside of her wheelhouse. I don't think, right? So it seemed like she was comfortable. I say that to say like she seemed very, very comfortable with what they were having her do. So We'll go with that. Sarah Ashley Barker. This is the young lady from Alabama that they said was better. Thank you, Russell. Um, so I got to get a look at her. I don't know what y'all think about her, but Sarah, they keep saying Sarah Ashley Barker, so I gotta take a look at her. I keep hearing the name. I don't remember anything that she did last season though. Says Sarah's afraid of being great too soon. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I don't know what I said. Sarah Ashley Barker, she's so overrated. I've never seen her play. So you've seen her play. So what is it that keeps them ranking her up there above better than Fuwali? Is it minutes? What is her stats? I've never even pulled her up, but I keep hearing the name. So I said I was gonna make sure this season to see like who is this? Who is this player that they speak of? Okay, 6 foot. Alabama, 6 foot, 16 points, 6.3 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 49 for the floor. Alabama, homegrown guard. They got it to the second round. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't jump off the paper to me. I mean, I see the points tied for 81st, 150th, or the rebounds. It doesn't jump off the paper because it didn't equate to winning. But okay, I'll watch some tape on her. I don't know. Gino just chats too much. Nothing makes sense anymore. Old age must be hitting him. What are you talking about? The SEC committee thinks she's better than Lay. And this is what I'm saying. And she's a National Player of the Year. What? Yeah. Says she got a game that WNBA coaches are looking for. No clear. Who said that? Jeffrey was good. How you doing, my friend? The Patriots game was a great game. Yes, it went overtime, but the Patriots lost. Oh goodness, I didn't see any football today. Getting ready for basketball tomorrow. Mock drafts got her going ahead of Hall and Fagan. Yeah, I don't remember anything about it. Did we play against her last year? Am I tripping? Did we play against her last year? I don't remember. I don't remember, but I keep seeing her name. It's like let me get a look at this player. That's what I've been told visually in her game. Hmm. Hall is better than her in the two-time champ. Yeah, it's just interesting. I mean, I don't even like that they even compete. They didn't even go deep into the tournament, second round. Hall is better than her and the two-time champ. Nate, what's up, fam? What's going on? What's going on? You ain't missing nothing. We just, I'm excited about the season getting started, so I thought I'd pop up here for a late night quickie and holler at the fam, see if anybody else was thinking about hoops like I was right now. That's all. Getting everybody thoughts on games tomorrow. What you think the South Carolina score will be? What you think who you think the high score will be? She disappeared when Alabama came to play in CLA. Yeah, okay. Disappeared when they played Texas. Okay, so I wouldn't know it. Remember, hey Nate, Nate be carrying that team for real. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to them this year. I don't remember anything about Alabama. I don't remember. I'm not, like I'm not being funny. I just don't remember anything about them. Word it. I know college basketball starts tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. The man, the Big E. Okay, another late night quickie, huh? You know how it go. It was the okay. You like the center. She's called Essex Cody. Okay. Now that name sounds familiar, but I don't remember. I don't remember playing them at all or anything. Hey, y'all, run them lights up for me. Run them lights up for me while y'all in here. Um, I think Florida is gonna have a great game. I know that they come on after us, so I guess like we start at 7:30 and LSU start at 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna definitely be locked in on us, but paying attention to that scoring, to what's going on in the LSU game. I think Florida may have to go for another 30. Now, do y'all think Flausier got to go for 30 every game for them to win, even on this schedule? Oh yeah, MJ, I was waiting for you. You want the link? Kathy been looking for another CC. That's all I'll say about Sarah Barker. Okay, man, Auntie, I gotta try to sleep so I can watch games tomorrow. If so, hype. See you. Good night, Bree Wayne. Rest well, fam. Appreciate you coming through. What up, though? What up, though? Hey, yo. Just pulled the pizza out the oven and boiling some eggs for my cereal salad. No bacon, bitch. What? No bacon bits. How the hell you didn't? You need to go to the store. That's for you, MJ. Justin Rubio. What's going on? Pizza and boiled eggs don't go together. Motherfucking Costco. Eggs and a Caesar salad. Justin Rubio. We need a translation of the emojis. Probably don't need a translation. He probably just isn't the chat for Justin. I'm saying Esco sounds nasty. I don't think you got to eat it all at the same time. Although I wouldn't put it together either Bree Wayne, but you know how it goes. But you know how Big Daddy Long himself. Y'all know how he do. So you never know. He'll get a bowl of cereal after that. You never know what to expect from him. But what can we say? What can we say? That's MJ. Uh, I know. I know. I at this point I'm just expecting them, and I probably one of the riches will get them eventually, but I just if it start to spam, that's when I really like get it out the way. But lately I've been trying to just skip it because I mean like that was a waste of them typing and shit. But if it get too out of hand, we'll get them out of here. Y'all let me know. I'm keeping an eye around on what's going on. Grizzly Skincare popped over there. What's going on over there, fam? And we got to get some kind of bet show in, y'all. Listen, y'all. We got to get a bet show in tomorrow. We got Welcome to HDI TV. 2 o'clock popping up on the live with Juju tomorrow, covering all of the players that I'm watching. All of the players that I'm watching tomorrow that's playing. We on that. Well, I got y'all because I see y'all the diehard fans. So text message goes off saying, "What?" Nate, you gotta send me a record. You gotta let me hear a recording of it. That's crazy as hell. I'm working up at 2 to watch with y'all. You waking up at 2 to watch with us? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Now that next day of basketball, I don't know what games we gonna watch. That's what I said I was gonna figure out while I was sitting up here. We're playing it the next day. Yeah, that's wild. I love it though. I love it. I might gotta just put what on a shirt. What? What? I gotta just put it on a shirt, man. Something, damn it. Okay, so let me see. This thing on schedule. I got today now. Now tomorrow. Ohio State play. Cody, don't put your hands on me, McMahon. Play at 6. I don't know nothing about West Virginia, but maybe I'll look at them. And then NC State play tomorrow. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm here for tomorrow because I want to see what else Sanaya Rivers and them look like. Okay. So yeah, we got NC State tomorrow. Thursday we got UConn play Thursday and Audie Crooks. Oh, then this Sarah Ashley Barker play. Okay. Uh, oh, Duke play. When the hell do Oregon play? LSU play Friday. Louisville play Friday. So we don't play again until Sunday when we play NC State. Okay. On Saturday, USC play. Okay. I mean, it's a game on every night worth watching. It's a game on every night worth watching. So if y'all here, I'm here. Well, I'm gonna be here, so y'all can pull up. This is a game on every night worth watching. It's gonna be a beautiful season. This is what I'm talking. I'm so glad women's college hoops is back. I'm so copyright that. Okay, Nate. You know what? Nate, you giving me all the ideas. That's what I'm talking. UCLA versus Louisville. Oh yeah. I'm here for that one. Anaya playing. Anaya's in Louisville, so I'm here for that one. I got to see what Georgia's doing. Although they're not talking about Georgia. They don't have them listed on the big list. I don't know what that means when you don't make the big schedule. I don't think they're gonna have to surprise somebody, but I think they rebuilding in Georgia. So I really just want to see how the twins look transitioning into Georgia and working with that coach. But yeah, 11 o'clock. I don't know. Is it who's left in North Carolina to watch, y'all? Who's left in North Carolina to watch? Or should we wake up? Should we start with the Duke game? Should we see what Duke is doing? So Charleston, Southern UNC, North Florida, Florida State, or Radford and Duke. That's the 11 o'clock game. Which one of them guys? Which one of them teams y'all most interested in? I think Duke. I don't know anything about North Carolina. They didn't interest me the last time I seen them. They didn't interest me the last time I checked them out. James, who you got at UCLA Louisville? What you looking at Louisville? You know what? I'm interested to see Janiah Barker too. I'm interested to see Janiah Barker. I've been hearing a lot of back and forth, all of that back and forth. It's Janiah Barker too. I want to see. I didn't know that Demaya Walker, Sacramento Monarchs player daughter, is playing for my local team, Rutgers. Really? Okay. So now wait a minute, James. Now do you go and see Rutgers? Because that's now is Keomi McMiller at Rutgers. Am I misremembering or what? Demaya Walker. Demaya Walker. Now I gotta see her face so I can know who you're talking about. Oh yeah. Okay. Now you said her daughter's at Rutgers. Starting? Okay, she's with come on Kiyomi. Now it's starting. And what y'all think about Rutgers? Are they gonna be able to surprise some people? Or are they still a couple players away? There's so much talent out here right now, y'all. It's crazy. Rutgers looking good, low key. Really? Okay. Rutgers looking good, low key. name is Zachary Perkins. Oh, Zachary Perkins. Okay. MJ, Mr. Lover Lover. What's good?
Hey, what's happening? You got me?
I got you. You live 634.
Oh my god.
They may be
Ooh,
up hanging there
just
with UConn. You think
un-
Rutgers is hanging in there with UConn? Ooh, ooh, that's
I've been
goddamn.
hearing
Okay. Rutgers
rumors
is in the
about
Big Ten.
Rutgers in West Virginia and not Texas, but there's another school that people are talking about is kind of flying under the radar. So we gonna see. We gonna damn see. Telling you. Hold
Well,
on.
it's time to
Hold on.
damn see. This is the time when you damn see now.
Hold
Towards the
on. I
night
gotta
before tip off.
stop that part of it.
Oh, and all through the nest.
There we go.
The Gamecocks was getting ready, y'all. All through the nest. Gamecocks getting ready. We got
Yeah,
we
it's
got we
crazy.
got our jerseys hung up. It's time to
That
go to
is
work.
crazy work. What I miss?
Nothing. Crazy.
Nothing.
Talking shit. Talking shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Excited
that
about
time.
basketball. Excited about
It's that time.
basketball.
It's
So
that time.
okay, so listen, we don't get to bet on. We don't get to put any shekels on women's college hoops. Is that how this works?
It's not. There's nothing up there. I haven't, at least not on the three that I use, which is a travesty in itself. I'm only hoping that somewhere in the probably before the end of the year, maybe they'll actually start formulating some unit wagering opportunities for us. But as of right now, I can't find anything. Just
Wow.
ridiculous.
Okay. Kiyomi
Absolutely
got
ridiculous.
there and turned that program upside down. Okay, that's good to hear. Let's go.
Ridic.
What's your you got it? You got Have you thought about what the score be tomorrow for us?
Oh man, so it's such a mixed bag of all kind of stuff. Um, I'll go with against let me see. I'll say 88-64.
Really high score.
Neutral site. They're already in Vegas. I heard
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of good things about how they got to Vegas, how they've been acclimated themselves to the climate. Um, they're up to their same, pre-kindergarten selves. I like it. I like everything I heard. So I have no doubt. Even if they come out flat, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, here's something I didn't tell anybody about that you should be watching out for. I'm almost guaranteeing it's gonna happen through most of the season. South Carolina Gamecocks are going to be facing a bunch of zone for the majority of the season. Almost guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Almost guaranteed. Too many shooters, too much length, too much height, too much athleticism, too deep. It's just there's nothing once you wear a team down, there's nothing else that they can do. Is actually they're gonna have to actually switch into zone, in and out of zone, or switch zones
Oh
in
yeah,
itself.
1, 2, 3. Let's go. I didn't know you was here.
Yeah. Hey, Kia.
all I gotta say is 1, 2, 3. You so funny. Okay, listen. Go quick, go quick. Washington is the coach. CBA
Hey,
figure in retirement.
Kia.
Rutgers is a dark horse in the Big Ten. That's weird. No parlay for the games.
So
So
let
have you
me
seen
pull up. I'm
parlays
pulling up
before,
their
Miss
roster
D?
right now. Keep hearing
Have you
about them. I'm
seen?
gonna pull them up.
Well, I know Kiyomi McMillan. Have you seen parlays in past seasons? Hey, Miss D. Oh, it's Mr. Long Dog himself. You know what it is, Nate. I'm just in time. 1, 2, 3. You already started, but 1, 2, 3. Go. Let's go. Rutgers is Big Ten, but they used to play against UConn. I guess they got tired of the blowouts back then.
Y'all
Hey,
crazy, man.
MJ.
Y'all are crazy. E with a capital E. Let's see. So I'm gonna run down the list. You guys tell me who we should be looking out for the Rutgers women's team. I don't have any stats.
Before you do that, let me say this. That's one of my favorite pictures of all time. This picture right here.
Oh yeah,
you got up with Joyce. That's one of my favorite
Joyce
pictures.
Flex.
That's one of my. It's such a big flex, and it goes so well with if you haven't seen the X post that she did, where she really flexed with all of her trophies and certificates, please do see that one. She flexed the hell out of that one. This one and laid with the ring and the trophy.
100.
My favorites this season. And Raven got one where she like, shh, y'all just be quiet. Rings loading. That's all. Rings loaded. I just wanted to say that. Yeah, what you got on this list? Who you got?
All right. So actually, you know what? I'm just gonna post a little bit of it in the Discord. You guys gotta let me know who these which one of these women are the ones that we should be looking out for. I know as a team, they said they're well coached. So I'm not denying that at all, because I honestly haven't watched more than a few games of Rutgers in the last couple of years. I'll be honest with you. So with that said, those are the names I just put into the into the chat. Let me know who we are supposed to be looking out for, if anybody knows who we're supposed to be looking out for.
Okay. So Kiyomi only. No need a list for S dot. Okay. Kiyomi, that's you letting us know. I never knew about that parlay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Kia.
Oh, speaking of parlays, let me look at this.
Hey, hit that like button. Run that like up for me, y'all. Run them likes up for us. Thank you, Nate. I got the Cash App posted if y'all want to contribute to the pull-up. We appreciate the support. The season just getting started, y'all. The season is just getting started. We finna be talking so much hoops. Playing football for all these realignments. Otherwise, Rutgers would be challenging UConn in the Big East. Well, I think I hear you change the Flatbush, but UConn going to get out that Big East. Now, I hear that they try to get their way into the ACC, I think. Something like that.
What the hell? Okay, so they're tall. I see that. 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", 5'9", 5'9", 5'9", 5'8", 5'10".
Yeah, they either tall or short. Ain't no in between. No in between with them. They either tall or short.
There's nobody shorter than 5'9" on that team. Nobody taller than 6'3".
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So that's a good preview. Try to figure out who's who and what's what. Now, with that said, I like the enthusiasm about who's supposed to be good and who's not supposed to be good. You guys gotta let me know. It's not just Rutgers. It's West Virginia. I've seen a few of their players. They had their little preseason mashup with a few of their players, and talk good confidence. Not really giving away a whole lot, but I couldn't get a read on either one of these teams at all. Right. And I guess we're spoiled as far as the South Carolina Gamecocks supporters, whereas we don't really have to worry about much except for making sure that everybody's on the straight and narrow and making sure that that they come out not flat. Right. Coming out flat just means that, they're going to have to work hard to get, back into games to get more control over the games. But if they come out smacking people in the face, it's a wrap. There was a lot of comebacks last year, especially in the tournament, which made some of us nervous.
I was just going to ask you. Okay, yeah. Now let's have a meeting about that, chat fam. Let's hear this late at night. Let's have a meeting about that. Okay?
Here we go.
Now, towards the night before tip-off, all through the house. Okay, the Gamecocks was getting prepared. Okay, it's gonna be an uncommon season. No reason to be nervous. No reason to be shook. We played 40 minutes. We're playing 38 games. Okay, how are we counting on this year? One quarter at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. We're gonna be fine. Breathe.
Hitting her first.
Breathe and make sure you got your prescriptions renewed or whatever. Get them checked.
Renewed, ready to go.
Get them, yeah. Reassess if you need them. You need them up or down, whatever. Figure it out.
Yeah.
But don't be in the chat with all that unnecessary nervousness that we had last year. All that. Oh no, we don't need all that this year, okay, y'all? Let's act like we've
Oh
been here
man.
before now, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Dame Barry Sports Highlights. What's good, fam?
Yeah,
The
yo,
coaching is what's
Perry.
needed to be desperately changed. So I'm glad they fixed that. Okay, so it's the coaching. Okay, we're gonna see. Okay, now you want UConn to the Big Ten. Whoa. That you loading the Big Ten up over there, Miss D. Okay.
They can. The Big Ten can't
Move
afford you,
Rutgers and
bro.
Maryland out. Why not?
They want too much money.
Okay. Mr. Don, what you women want from a man? What's going on? Appreciate you pulling up. Big East needs better teams. I'm tired of these whack teams, man. Just gotta leave. I think people left the Big East. The Big East wasn't always whack.
No, the Big East was actually tough, men's and women's side. Hey, money talks. Money gets going top heavy on certain teams. People walk. I mean, it's the same thing that you would do at your job. You know, they giving extra money to people that are doing the same job you're doing, or maybe less. It may be time for you to pick another place to go.
Hey, sometimes you got to move on.
Is what
they're either going undefeated in the Natty or one loss with the Natty. Okay. Rutgers facing Virginia Tech on November 19th. So what is it about Virginia Tech that y'all like? I've been hearing a lot about Virginia Tech too.
They don't even have the same players, do they? They all went to Kentucky or
maybe it's because they're unknown. Maybe it's because they're unknown. Maybe it's the fact that they're unknown. I don't know.
When has that ever panned out? Well, lately. When's the last time that panned out where unknown team came in and was dominant and was smacking people in the face? Maybe Colorado last year. That's the only team I can think of. Nobody really thought they were going to be number 2 after the first two.
But the thing that I remember about the number 2 spot last year was it was a very volatile spot. Everybody hit number 2 ended up going to number 5 or something like that. Like nobody can really hold that number 2, or I don't know if they just didn't want to be number 2. I don't know what it was, but it was a volatile spot, right? It was a lot of pressure to stay in that number 2 spot. So we'll see. And then the Colorado to me was kind of like fool's gold. They just seemed like fool's gold.
I watch a lot of Colorado games, the women's games. Now I watch more of the women's game. I may have watched a couple of men's games, but it was mostly the women's game. They had a solid squad. They had a solid 4 in their starting 5. They had the shooter, the foreign girl that was just knocking down threes. She's just a scorer. Tough at that. Point guard was more than solid. When she went down, she didn't really go down. She actually got hurt and played through an injury for about a week and a half, and they kind of dropped. That's when they really dropped. Vonleh's sister. I don't know if you guys remember Vonleh from the NBA. He played for Denver at one point, but he played for about 4 or 5 different teams. But his sister plays for Colorado Buffaloes, and she's solid post. Not super duper athletic, solid post, good left, right hand hooks. Middies kind of needed some work, but she was a solid defender. She anchored that team, right? They also had another lady, and I'm trying to remember. Forgive me, I don't remember the names. It was a light-skinned girl. That was, I think she was either number 3 or number 10. I can't remember. She was a multi-faceted player. She played 4 positions. She could play 1 through 4. She could shoot the 3. She handled the rock well. The only thing she was a little bit slow on defense, but she actually helped out on rebounding. So they started out well, and they actually played really good teams. They upset LSU. They beat LSU. So I mean, early in the season, I know it was early in the season, but it's still LSU. If somebody beat South Carolina early in the season, they ain't gonna say, "Oh, it's early in the season." No, they're gonna say they beat South Carolina.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, so they get full credit for that. Somewhere in the middle of the season, they just lost steam. Maybe one too many people weren't playing well or playing through injuries. They just couldn't do it because they were losing to lesser talent than they were actually losing to at the beginning of the season. I think they had one. They went. I want to believe they went 11-1 or 12-1. If I'm not mistaken, it was good basketball to watch. I honestly can't explain, how they dropped off the way that they dropped off, though.
Okay. let's see. New Yorkers do wax St. John's. The Big East became teams of small Catholic schools who can't get big names. But why? They don't spend no money over there or what?
Well, there's an art to recruiting too, right? There's an art to recruiting. There's always the elite. The elites know how to recruit. Either they have the status or they basically present a plan that works for the players that they're trying to recruit. Right. I mean, Gino in itself, before he started winning all these national championships, he was a recruiter, and he was a pretty good recruiter at that point. He was grabbing people to come up to the northeast corner of the United States, where there is next to nothing up there, and he was bringing top talent to play there. Like a lot of players are trying to play in Miami or Texas or California, or even UNLV was pulling people just because people wanted to live in Vegas, right? They just wanted to get out of the Midwest or the East Coast or whatever the case may be. They just wanted to be somewhere that was not where they were from, and that was kind of what it was back then, to a certain extent. If you didn't have a talent pool to pull from in your state, you had to reach out and you had to go, down the East Coast, or, maybe he, once he started winning championships, he grabbing people from the West Coast too, like from everywhere. Everybody wanted to be a champion. It's easier
I told y'all California's shaking now.
Yeah.
Only got 2 out of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
St. John's is trash now, men's and women's. I hope they rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right next to my current school, Ika Mule's sister plays for them. Okay. So Justin Rubio, girls can't really play basketball like guys. They're too sensitive, not as fast or strong. And how do they wear their girl diaper in the game? We see Justin's.
Who said that?
Justin Rubio. I was on X, he popped up, went quickly to YouTube to double check. Cess, why you in the rub? It's only 10:50 out in Las Vegas, but then
Cess doesn't sleep. I don't know if you got the memo. Yeah, Cess doesn't sleep. She's a day walker.
For the night before tip-off, Michelle, aka 85 Fly. For the night before tip-off, it's Gamecock time. It's Gamecock time.
She never sleeps.
Said I was gonna do a midnight madness, late night quickie party. This is to see where everybody was at with the games coming up. I'm excited for all the games tomorrow. So I know Gamecocks, but I wanted to know what else other people were interested in. I got my teams that I'm watching. It's gonna be a fun day. We're gonna mix some.
One of the issues that I have,
in there too, right?
Forgive me, is where are we gonna be able to watch all these games that we really want to watch?
So from what I understand, tomorrow everything is on ESPN Plus and TNT. So Gamecock game is on TNT tomorrow. TNT, maybe TNT and TBS. I'm not sure if both. TNT is doing a lot around women's hoops now. Looks like they're going to be doing the Unrivaled.
Good. Glad they are. Fantastic.
And then ESPN Plus. UConn. I watched the UConn game today on the UConn Plus app, which was a free app that I was able to watch on my computer and on the TV. And then I was able to also kind of stream that into the Discord. So I was able to share that with the Discord family. And we're going to test some stuff because I think they were also able to kind of hear the live as long as I put my mic on and we figure out the echoing. Figure that part out. So figuring out some stuff. I think she just transferred. I got to catch some games. Okay. Says I'm so excited. I can't even sleep. Hope to run into a bunch of fans, especially Captain Will. Says, did you get my email? I got your email and I'm working on that. So yes, I'm excited for the email. I'm trying to put together 50 people. So I'm looking for 50 people that are interested in a sweet experience at the Gamecocks game. Y'all let me know for this season. This season, trying to put 50 folks in the box. But we're gonna do like a Cess Talk Sports experience. So we do like a pre-game event so that we can meet up and know each other. So we don't get in the box and be like, yoo-hoo, like so we kind of know each other when we get there. Kind of hang out, go to the game, shirt, something else, ticket to the game, food at the game. So let me know if you're interested. I'll be dropping a poll here in the next probably 24 hours to really get to be able to really get some interest. So y'all let me know. But definitely looking to be able to get in the CLA and to be able to have like 50 people in the suite would be really, really cool to enjoy the game.
That'd be great. That'd be
Looking
great.
forward to hanging out with some of the fam. Like I said, if we don't meet up at an event, man, this channel's a failure. Nate exhaled. Says, how did UConn look? So Michelle, UConn looked like they're still figuring out some stuff. Sarah Strong looked a lot better than she looked in the summer. I'm not ready to call her the number one recruit in the nation, but I understand why she's at UConn and what she's going to be able to do there. She definitely replaces the Edwards points. I definitely saw her able to be able to put the Aaliyah Edwards points on the board for them.
She had y'all like that?
She was moving much better, shooting the ball well. She's gonna be she's a 3-point shooting big. Plays defense, gets on the floor, doesn't mind scrapping for the ball. I saw Paige dive on the floor with no worries, so I thought that she had I got the gold or the diamond knees, but it's
Oh
definitely
no, here we go.
definitely the multi brand knees.
Oh,
Those knees last forever. So Paige looked really good. Paige jumper is so, like I tell people, if Paige shot, if it rattles around the rim, that's a bad shot. Everything else is bottom of the net. She got one of the best shots, one of the prettiest shots in college hoops. Efficient, shot the ball well. Caitlin Chin is fitting in with them. And I said, if Paige gets 1.5 players to show up with her consistently, they're in the national championship playing against us, and she's got 1.5 players that are going to show up with them. So their thing is going to be health. Paige looks like she's mid-season ready as far as like floor of the game, and she attacked the basket. She finished through contact. It was no hesitation. Paige is on a campaign to be the national player of the year. Somebody gonna have to stop her.
so
We'll see him in February.
I saw an interview with Chen on YouTube. I think sometime this weekend. I can't remember what. She seems to be ready to go. I know I went back and looked at some of her old films. She's just a solid point guard. She's a solid point guard. Like, she doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes, which is right up Gino's alley. Loves point guards that doesn't make mistakes. Gino, whether people remember it or not, he's really hard on his point guards.
Okay, let me say this though. Let me say this about that point guard.
Mm-hmm.
She looked really, really good, but when it mattered the most, the ball every time down the floor, the ball had to go through Paige's hands. The ball was in Paige's hands still. So
she comes from an Ivy League school. She ain't no dummy.
No, hell no. She played very smart basketball, but I'm just saying it looked like the flow of their offense of what Gino wants. Even though he has Paige, even though he has them both on the floor together, it looks like it'll be in Paige's hands a lot. Update from last week. The two secret scrimmage, Tennessee beat ranked UNC and USC beat Texas. Okay. So Tennessee beat UNC and USC beat Texas. Okay. Those were the two scrimmages. It'll take 4 tickets. Okay. I think Pawpaw draft stock rises a lot this season. Oh yeah, that was why Pawpaw came back to get the draft stock up for sure.
Well, was that the only reason though, Nate? I mean, think about this. So Pawpaw, of course, draft stock. Defense needs to get better. Maybe get a little bit more agile. She's not going to get more athletic than she already is. Strong guard all the way. We know she can shoot. It's all about whether or not she can handle playing some defense against maybe even bigger guards. But I don't know there's going to be too many guards bigger than her as far as strength-wise. Maybe taller, but not bigger. The other thing is we don't know how much money she's making in NIL. I know they're probably spreading it out pretty, I won't say evenly, but she's getting her fair share as a senior or graduate senior. I would venture to say she's making more money in college still than she could make in the W. And on top of that, knowing if she had a savvy agent, what we've been talking about for half the year anyway is the new CBA that's not going to be negotiated next year, but the year after.
Okay.
So there's a
I do
whole
see that.
lot of different stuff to go out. Yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to that stuff, right? So, Pow Pow had every reason to come back. Win a championship. She could have rode off into the sunset. However, why would you run off into the sunset when you make more money than you would at the next level? At the next level in the United States, and you're around people that care about you and you care about them. You have a good time with them. Why wouldn't you be there? Why would you stay? I mean, it seems like an easy decision to me.
I think Pow Pow always was going to do 2 years.
Yeah,
I think her body needed 2 years with Molly.
I'm not even thinking about her just in general herself. Like, she is the engine that runs the 3-point shooting on South Carolina, but her family is entrenched and rooted and invested in South Carolina. Like, they moved her brothers out here. Her dad's flying out.
Her brothers move everywhere.
Right. I mean, wherever she goes, but they're invested in South Carolina. They trust Coach Staley. They believe in Coach Staley. The fact that one video came through where they came to visit her and then she didn't know she was coming through, and they're taking pictures, and Don's holding her niece, and and then once the championship was done.
Yeah, that's the what's cracking like in video.
And it was the questions. Is she coming back? Is she coming back? And then they popped the video with her pops talking about, hey, let's run it back. I was like, hey, let's run it back then. Yeah, I thought that was fire. Fire. So.
Exactly. Let's see how you like living in Canada, and you're excited about the 2026 expansion team.
It ought to be good. I mean, it's going to be interesting because there's up here where I was assistant coach, associate head coach for a couple of high school teams up here. This is actually one of the first places where I was an assistant coach on a team that went undefeated in college, 31-0. The Douglas Wildcats. I think it was the Wildcats. I think they were the Wildcats. Couple of pro prospects on the team too, so it was really good experience for me to be able to help with just being a go-between for the head coach and the other coaches and the players, because when you have a team, so here, great segue. So when you have a team that is 13 deep, like South Carolina Gamecocks, our team, I mean, from top to bottom, I don't think we had, we didn't have a weak link. We had a couple young cats, that were on the younger side of things. But when practice came around and the scrimmages came around, those were way harder than the games. So we go 10 deep. You got a lot of players that want to play. A lot of fighting in the practices, a lot of talking smack on the bench, a lot of talking back in the dorms or wherever they was living. You have to be able to bring them into a lane where everybody is looking in the right direction, which is looking for a championship. Do you want to win a championship or do you just want to play? Right? When we call your name to say, hey, we need you to run off 3 screens, get in this corner, catch this ball, and hit this 3. You haven't played all game. Are you ready to do that or not?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened on our team. They were ready. They actually, in the end, they were ready to do that. Right? In the beginning of the season, we're scrimmaging against Oklahoma Sooners, Air Force, Marquette. Oklahoma back then, if you go back to 2008, 2009, 2008, was Blake Griffin. So we scrimmaged against Blake Griffin and his brother. They didn't beat us by as much as I thought they were going to. It was crazy. Their team was just huge. It was a huge team. But they played together. Air Force, I think we almost won that game. Marquette, I actually played in that game because we were short players, so there was players that had to play in another game later on that day. So they had me and another assistant coach play with the team. I was playing with there was the guy from Marquette back in 2008. I'm drawing a blank. He wore number 1, and he was a pro
Mm-hmm.
prospect. He was like a top
Mm-hmm.
10 pro prospect. I will get his name. Chat if you guys want to look up 2008 Marquette and find out who that player was. He wore number 1. I know that for a fact. But NBA career didn't pan out so well, but he was a solid player, and they had solid players all the way through too. But I digress. The main thing is that we were actually able to get everybody turned in one direction and say, hey, we want the chip. Go get the chip, and then if you want to leave and go play for a weaker team just so you can get some minutes, cool. What we're doing right now is historic.
Right.
It's unprecedented. There has not
Finish
been a
the job at
team
hand.
ours to go through this. Embrace it. Find your role. Do it to the best of your ability. Let's get the chip. Right. Same thing with
Exactly.
South Carolina.
The repeat tour is on. The
Yes.
repeat tour is on. Let's see. I want Pow Pow on there with Mondo's. Bounce. Some way, somehow. Keep her in California so that her family can really roll deep.
Yeah.
I see her someplace on the West Coast. They're going to give y'all 4 spots to be.
Possibly.
So LA, Bounce, Portland, Seattle. Somewhere on that coast, though. I love that bid. So you had the parents. I love that bid. Show you how the parents love Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Sharice, they Jesus. Thank you so much for the super sticker, fam. Thank you so much.
Hey,
I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Back some players want individual accolades, not team goals. Yeah, some people do, and some people realize, look, I'm not going to the league. I'm not going to the league. I need to go where it's gonna pay me the most. Be able to get the education that I get. It's a business decision now. Am I going to the league or am I getting a career? Am I gonna be able to be one of those 144, one of those 100 and one of those 156? One of those, however many, whatever that's going up to 168. I don't know how they're gonna expand the teams, right? But up to 200. Am I gonna be able to be one of those? And if not, if I got an opportunity to leave out of college with a degree, no debt at all as far as paying for school, and $1 million in the bank, or $1 million and something in the bank, why wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Why wouldn't I? It would be bad business for me not to. It would be bad business for me not to, especially when right now the WNBA is starting at like what 75,000 median. Even Unrivaled, their median is like 300,000, and that that's nice money. But I'm just saying, if I can leave with $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million, and hang out and have an opportunity to be in college, why wouldn't I?
Well, maybe there's branding that goes along with being in Unrivaled too. Maybe they help with boosting the spotlight on some of the girls that want to grow their brands, right? So I mean, there's that there may be that part of the opportunity too, right?
Well, not only that, I mean, you get the equity though too. Like you're an owner in the league.
Are they?
Hey, yeah, they get equity in the league.
Oh, that's even better. You get in on the ground floor.
Yeah, the branding is hella important for sure.
It's even better.
That's why Sinai Rivers left to get more playing time. She was a part of the Fantastic Four.
Exactly.
Raven Johnson rehauling her. So, what time is it in Canada? What time is it?
It's 11:11.
Sinai also left because she was failing. Okay, that was okay. I didn't know. I didn't. Damn, my
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, okay. Well, because I looked up her move and all that stuff, right?
What did you say?
It was more about playing time. It was more about playing. It was more about playing time and establishing herself as a player outside of the team, so to speak. Now, not saying she's not a team player, but just like anybody else that you may have played with or known before, whereas they feel that they want to stand out, they want to play, they want to show what they can do, and some of them want to do that regardless of whether they win or lose. They will sacrifice being able to play versus being on a championship team where they actually have to find a role for themselves. I think if she would have stayed, South Carolina would have been even more through the roof. Like she's an excellent player. Like I like her game. She has good size. She has good speed. She's strong, good skills. I like that. Now the only problem is there are times in games where she got really emotional. almost too emotional as far not in that chauvinistic way. Don't get that out of there. Just mentally, she lost focus in certain instances where they were losing leads. They were losing leads, and it was more or less just little things that they were missing, like not hustling after loose balls, um, not looking off passes or throwing bad passes. Just things that were avoidable they were doing, and they were giving up leads. And it wasn't just her; it was a couple other people too. But they got all the way to the Final Four, right?
Yeah.
So they did something
Not
right.
by accident. Not by accident. They
Right.
earned their way there. They were supposed to be there.
Exactly.
Check out her new interview with Haley Jones. She talks about the move. She said she was failing and wasn't mentally okay there. Okay, that's a very mature thing to do. Mentally, I'm not okay here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of my mental first. How do I do that? And then to be able to still find a way to be able to keep basketball in there. Good job for her. I thought somebody left because the team was deep, still playing time and going back home. We'll give her that. That too, but it sounded like it was a combination of things. It just sounded like it was a combination of things that made it better to go back to NC State, and she was able to settle in and play in the Final Four. So,
Well, how mature do you have to be to admit that, though? Too, like that's not like people get mad, people get upset when you admit certain things about, especially when it comes to mental health. I'm so glad that. I mean, unfortunately, it had to come out the way that it did. I'm so glad that Kevin Love came out and expressed, "Hey, I have mental health issue." I didn't know that. When I went to school in Oregon, um, there was talks about some of the AAU kids, and his name would rattle through, even as a really young kid. His name would actually come through. And then throughout the years, the 90s and stuff, you heard more about him and how dominant he was, growth spurts and all that stuff. None of that stuff came up when it came to mental health issues at all. Not even in the slightest. When he got to Minnesota and they were losing all these damn games, and he was going 27-12, almost every single season, nothing about his mental issue. Once he got on a team that had expectations and had star players on it, and it was more of a circus, some of those things started to creep out. Now we thought of it as maybe it was just bad play, or maybe he's not as good as he was. But one of the times where he actually had to run out of a playoff game due to mental health issues, whereas he was rattled. Like I only was not rattled by the game itself. Probably maybe he just had an episode. There are people that will just have episodes where they'll start shaking, or they can't move, or it's just whatever the case may be. They don't know, they'll have a reaction, and he had one of those reactions, and nobody knew what it was all about until he came out and let people know. Of course, his family knew, and so maybe some of his friends, but for the most part, none of us really knew. And it's hard to even say. It's already hard to even say that, hey, yeah, I struggle with mental health issues, here and there, because there's all these other Neanderthals out here. It's like, oh, he's soft, he's weak, and you know what? It's not even about that. It's not even about that, because one of the things that we all know, if you're old enough to know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And I know that's kind of it's not the, it's not saying that, we're not trying to disparage the people that aren't as good, because Kevin Love is not a weak basketball player. He's basically a fringe Hall of Famer, if not a Hall of Famer, not a first ballot, but he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. The problem that you have with the Neanderthals and some of the people that are new fans or couch potato fans is that they don't understand that there's more to it than just watching it on TV and saying, oh, why is this guy not running up and down the court? How come this guy can't play the whole game? How come he's missing all these shots? This isn't NBA 2K on arcade mode. It never has been, and it never will be. People got to understand there are exceptional athletes that make this stuff look really easy. Same thing with the women. They make it look very easy. Paige, with the way that she moves, Juju, the way that she moves and the way that she scores, they make it look really easy. And people think, oh, anybody can do that. No, Juju does she was doing a pro workout before college, and I think probably through her junior year. I saw the videos on it. You can see it. You can go on YouTube and watch it. So you doing pro workouts, getting ready for the NCAA. Not a whole lot of women even have access to that. Not a lot of men have access to that, but that's what she was doing. And you got to think about this: when you get the higher you go in your levels, the more competition there's going to be, the harder it is, the more people that are going to be talented. So as Juju goes through the NCAAs, she's going to run into, just like Paige and just like everybody else had to run into that's already been in the NCAAs, she's going to run into talent, and it's going to get better and it's going to get better. It's just like Seth's been telling you guys for since the beginning, is that the W is in for a rude awakening, because these young kids that are coming up through the NCAAs are doing pro workouts. They're getting their sponsorships together. They're building their brands. They're focused. Most of them are more focused now than they ever have been before. Not saying nothing, for our past legends, but there's so much more that they have to worry about than the past legends had to worry about. Like their past legends were fighting for Title IX and a lot of other things as far as equality and backing and procurement and all kind of stuff like that. Yes, they were the foundation. Today's kids have to worry about not only that, they have to worry about their public image, the school's image, the school rules, the NCAA rules, their money, their profile, their teammates' profiles. Depending if they find their teammates going off the rails, they got to bring them in too. It's not their job to do it per se, but if you want a successful
our brand depend on it though.
Right, exactly. Right. So you can't have things that that fly off the rails. Like, I mean, the LSU fight from last year, right? When Poole got sent off. Like, we don't truly know the whole story on that. We know we have rumors of who was involved, and we don't know the why and all that stuff. But when stuff like that happens, like Ja had to go. I mean, it's just, there was some things that she did that went against team rules. The great thing about it, though, Coach Don Staley didn't leave her out like you're off the team, you're on your own now. I mean, no, she actually helped her. She made sure that that she was straight. Made sure that that where she was going, they actually helped with the evaluation part of things, which the vast majority of coaches will not do. They will not do it, especially in the NCAAs, because they have a job to do. Their job's on the line, right? Think about this. And I know I'm rambling. I'm just on. I'm in a hallway right now, and what I see is coaches getting fired in the hallway right after the game, before they even get to the press conference. People asking them what's going on. They're fired. We saw a coach that in the SEC championship that was basically needed to, her whole existence on that team going forward was that they had to make a Sweet 16 or get to the Final Four for her to keep her job. And we had Killer Camilla Cardoso turn around and hit a three-pointer that absolutely gutted her and put her face as a meme for the rest of time. It was an involuntary, uncontrollable face of pain and despair. Coaches go through that every single year, and it's getting worse, because look at the WNBA. They fired 6 coaches. Most of them did not coach more than 2 years. Think about that. 2 years. One of those coaches actually had improvement year over year, and she got fired. Now, there's other situations with that go along with that, of course, but just that fact, we're talking about W. There's hundreds of women's college teams out there, and they're going through the same thing right now, because public opinion is you win now or fire somebody else and hire somebody else, even if you don't know who you're going to hire. You're firing people and not planning on who you're going to hire. No, let's go out and get this legend. Let's go out and get this legend. You don't know if they want to coach or not. You don't. You have no idea if they want to coach, but you want them. You definitely want them. That's not a plan, but that's what coaches are going through right now on every single level. Every level. We as level-headed fans and backers of our teams, the Lady Gamecocks, the Lady Trojans, the Lady Huskies, whoever your team is, we as fans and basketball, I'd say semi-historians, because most of us are level-headed. We have to settle down on this. If you don't produce right away, you're fired. Because most of the time we don't have a plan for who we get. Now, let's be honest. The Indiana Fever fired their coach, Coach Sides. I would believe Cess, and I believe that she was a good coach. Cess laid it out really clean, very, very simple. And it made a whole lot of sense to people that's been around the game for a while. As soon as they drafted that generational talent, she had to go. If it wasn't a championship, she had to go. And that's the way that people exactly. It's social media. Social media allows people to say things that they wouldn't normally say to people's face on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can turn into other people. You can actually make a burner account like Kevin Durant and clap back at teenagers when you get tired of hearing them say stupid shit, which I think is hilarious myself. I think it's absolutely hilarious. And on top of that, once he didn't get rid of that burner account, he still has it. So
why would it? You know he got it now.
Yeah, so I mean, the pressures that we have, not only the students, but the coaches. The coaches have pressure. The athletic directors have pressure. We need to make sure that we are more level-headed and try to be more patient and give grace to more players, and just understand that just because you lost, even though you had the game won and you should have won the game, just because you lost to the eventual national undefeated champions that year doesn't mean you should have fired a quality coach. Maybe the writing was on the wall with her. She was there for like 5, 6 seasons, 7 seasons, something like that. And they had the coach for Tennessee, the ex-coach for Tennessee.
I mean, I don't know. You messed up Jordan Horsey and Rickea Jackson together. That's enough of a reason. You couldn't figure that out. Well, I don't know what else to give you. Right. You couldn't figure that out. So I think that. I mean, but I don't think that they have been, anywhere really in the tournament for the last 5 years. So there was that. But I don't know if she was there for all 5 of those, or if there was somebody else there. I don't know. I
just know that they played.
I do know that
was the team that played South Carolina the toughest.
And the kid played us the toughest. I don't know about Tennessee.
What? You didn't think? What's her name? Who's the forward that she played with? That she was a gunner too.
Are you talking about Key?
Yeah. He was a gunner.
But Key was coming back from like the blood clots and all of that. Right?
Oh, right.
He was never wasn't 100%. But I think great. Thank you for sharing. I think that was a great segment. I just wanted to add that I think that we don't give enough credit to these young people for what it is that they are going through, the decisions that they're making, the moves that they're making. I just don't think that we give enough credit. Even being able to say like, yo, mentally I'm not okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be mature enough to be able to have that conversation, that wherewithal, and then to be able to do that like in the spotlight. Like you talked about Kevin Love, but like you had Bree Hall talk about it. You had Reagan talk about it. I know for sure Dawn talked about, making sure that they have access to therapists, and that they are, Asia talked about being put in touch with the therapist. While she was there, I think she lost a grandparent. I think from the story, I don't remember exactly, but I know she lost a family member during that time. So we so quick to be like, well, back in my time. And I'm fighting so hard not to be, as Colin Cowherd calls them, like to get off of my lawn. Right? I don't want to be that. Get off of my lawn. I don't want to be that.
It's hard to do it though, right? They don't make kids like they used to.
But they don't. But they make them very different. And if you meet them where they are, wow, what a different world opens up for you.
Right.
And so I try to make sure that I stay very, very, very in touch with young people.
Well said on that.
The thing about these young people is that they don't want you to tell them what they didn't do right.
Right.
And it's not because they can't take the criticism. It's because they've already thought about that shit themselves. And so they would like to have that pat on the back, or that this is what you're doing good, or, let's focus here and then try to fix that other stuff later. And you got to give them that space and grace to be able to do that, right? Like, they're living in a different time. Like, I didn't like the worst shit that I learned about at school was like, do the little duck and cover shit at the tornado, like lean on the wall. Like, they're doing like active shooter.
Yeah.
Active shooter. Like, the shit that they've lived through, pandemic, the towers coming down, like, that stuff that school is a safe
Some of them didn't live through that. Some of them didn't even live through that.
But I'm saying they were born into this time where
this time frame, yeah, exactly. This time
where it's a very reactionary, like, it's a head on the swivel to me kind of life that a lot of these kids are living, more so than just like play with your toys and be kids. And it's a lot of stuff that they get access to in their phones, but it's just a lot of shit that they are challenged with on a daily basis that I don't think we give enough credit for them, navigating. So, remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're always in your phone. Oh, you don't talk. If you would shut up and listen, like, shut up and listen sometime. It may take a little bit longer for it to come out, but ask the question and then be patient enough. You know what I'm saying? To build the trust to be able to hear that answer sometime. I think that that's one of the things that, like, Coach Big Drip and Coach Prime really seem to do really, really well. And they think outside the box. Like, for Prime to be saying to these young men, like, who got something on the way? Who got something on the way? And have these young men coming down, you know what I'm saying, and taking ownership of, being, fathers to be coming up. And then saying, these are the things that we're doing. These is $2,000 into a scholarship to make sure that your kids are ready to have an opportunity to go to school. Like, preparing them and thinking about those things. Like Big Drip said, making sure that they got access to a therapist, making sure that they have 401ks when they're leaving, put them in touch with the agents. Like, I can't do everything for you, but I need to make sure that you have access to be able to make, great decisions about, saying what you're going to do.
Imagine what she just said about that too, the investment part of things. So one thing that I was told, there was a life insurance agent that was a friend of a friend. We sat down and talked about it, and she told me, think about what college players can do right now. As a freshman, if you come on with any type of notoriety, you don't have to be a star, but somebody that can actually pull some extra NIL money. You can put $2,000 away and put it into a compound interest account and just let it sit for however many years you're going to be in college. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 years. You know how much money you'd have at the end of that part? And then on top of that, you have kids on the way. You put $2,000 into some type of an investment account that's just going to grow even 4 to 7, maybe 10% year over year over year. So by the time your kid is ready for college, they don't have to worry about you having to dribble a basketball or catch a football or anything. You can go to college and pay for it without a scholarship, and no one has to be burdened by that. You understand how powerful that is, and how we didn't have that option for decades before all of this happened.
I'm gonna put something else on top of that. Think about this right here. We were talking about this before. My cousin told me this. You want to see the attack on black men stop? All black men should go get $1 million life insurance policy. You know how quickly they would stop killing black men if they had to start cashing out $1 million for everyone in them lives?
Exactly. Yep.
$1 million for everyone in them lives?
Yep.
You know how quickly they would stop killing black men? Probably overnight.
Now get this
probably
stuff.
Overnight.
I'm gonna add something to that.
$1 million life insurance policy with your compounded interest growing, generational wealth, life changing.
So
those are the type of moves that these young people are making, man. Flores bought 20 acres.
exactly.
I'm sorry, but I cut you off. What were you about to say?
No. And I was just going to piggyback on top of that. I was going to add something else on top of that. So think about if black men, even if I mean, if you're an athlete entering college, if you take a $1 million life insurance policy out on yourself, not only are you helping to protect your future, you're protecting the future of the college that actually accepted you, and that maybe you're going to perform for and actually help them pay off their investment in you. But did you know that you can actually borrow against that life insurance policy to a certain extent and reinvest that money into other accounts?
Sure, you
I
can.
had no idea about that at all. You can
You know what
borrow
else we don't
against
do?
your life insurance policies and invest and actually make money off of it
You know
before
what
you
else
die.
we don't do? Before you
I
die.
have
But you know
no
what else
idea.
we don't do?
But
We don't have life insurance policies on our parents. That
no,
that creates generational wealth. People
yeah.
get so caught up in I'm worth more to you dead than alive. That's not so not the focus of what it is we're
I've heard
talking
that
about, right?
many times
So
before.
not the focus of what we're talking about, but we get so caught up in that
Mm-hmm.
bullshit of it that we miss the opportunities of what life insurance can do. So I mean, let's think about some of those things. Like, not that you're banking on anybody dying, but we get so caught up in looking at it like that we don't understand that the other cultures don't look at it like that. Like
Right.
that's the way that I give back to you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have anything to give back. This is how I help you pay off whatever it is the hell I did out here to try to help take care of you and then get us through whatever it is and to give you a little something to start
Mm-hmm.
something, to start something else. So like those are the type of moves and things that we got to start thinking about and doing. But I don't know how the hell we got on the soapbox about our insurance, folks. We're supposed to be at a basketball party,
I
but
actually
I
just
love the
found a
conversation.
preview
I
of the
actually love the
game.
conversation though. So
Yeah. I found the
what you got?
preview of the game. I don't
Yeah,
know if you guys went through it yet already. I know you guys talked
yeah,
about it a few times. So on NCAA.com,
right.
live updates,
Totally
basketball, men's,
weird.
women's, I found a preview of not only Gamecocks, but let me see, Texas and Ohio. Actually, that's the men's game that there's a women's game. Where's the women's game? That's the men's. Where's the women's? That's the men's. Okay, so the women's, what I found for Michigan and South Carolina. So here's what they have as a
Yeah.
rundown, just so you know. Number one, preseason AP top 25 poll for the fourth time in 5 seasons, even though there was another poll that had a second, or actually, I don't even know if it was another poll. I think it was just a writer that had a second for whatever reason, and it just wanted to poke the bear. Returned 4 out of 5 starters. We know that. Camilla's gone. 7 players named to preseason awards, watch list, or conference honors.
Mm-hmm.
For Wiley, we know she's actually up for Naismith Women's Player of the Year. Ann Myers, Drysdale, we talked about that. Second team All SEC. Raven, All Second Team SEC. Nancy Lieberman Award. Tahina Pow Pow. All SEC First Team. Yes, that's something we need to talk about too. Bree Hall, Ann Myers, Drysdale Award, Dowda, Cheryl Miller Award, Fago Fagan, Katrina McLean Award, Sakima Walker, Lisa Leslie Award. So the list goes on. 12 games against preseason AP top 25s, 4 road neutral contests against top 10 teams. Michigan is returning 4 starters. Senior Jordan Hobbs is the only player that played 10 minutes or more last season. So that basically means they have a lot of people that are returning that didn't play a whole lot. Their team they have a little bit of height, but they're not athletic as a team that is going to have a chance with South Carolina. So if just make sure you get your popcorn early and have something to talk about during halftime because it might not be a game by the second quarter. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you know. And then the last thing they say, let's see. So they beat Northwood 81-52 in their preseason game. Olsen had 22 points, 10 rebounds. Mia Holloway, 15 points. They forced 25 turnovers. However, that was a lower level Division I team, if a Division II. And both programs' wins against top 5 teams came during 2021-2022 season, Baylor and Indiana. So it's going to be fun to watch the game. Don't expect much from Michigan. I'm just saying.
I expect everybody to play hard. I expect everybody gonna give us their best game for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good breakdown, though. At least it's simple and to the point. Now, the one thing I'm mentioning here, and I think Juju Militant mentioned this before last week. The reason why South Carolina doesn't have a lot of players going for the main, like a whole bunch of main trophies and first teams and all that stuff, is because none of them play 30 to 35 minutes a game. None of them.
That shouldn't be a requirement.
It's absolute. Well, that's the thing. Most of the people that you see that are on the top of those lists as far as the SEC. Now, Tahina Paopao going for first team all SEC is cool. I wouldn't have thought she would have been the one to be the only first team SEC nomination from the team. And you know what I'm talking about. But it's well deserved. I mean, I'm not saying she shouldn't be. I'm just saying there probably should be more. But, she's a starter and she plays more minutes than a lot of the other people that come off the bench.
It's that 3-point percentage too, though.
That too, exactly, because she did get the award last year, best 3-point percentage and best.
Absolutely, we got 34 in the chat, y'all. Run them lights up for us, please, on this late night quickie.
Hey. So did you go through your parlays and let the people know what happened with any of your stuff, or am I just jumping ahead of tomorrow?
I don't know what happened.
I'm asking you what happened to yours. I know you had a few.
Well, let's look together. I really just been getting ready for the game. I was down to nothing. I know I'm back to $6.
Mm-hmm.
So I told y'all I got something concept I've been working on. Let me see. I hit the over 43.5 on Saints Panthers. I don't even remember placing that bet. I hit the under 52 on Cowboys Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Over 44 on Commanders Giants. I'm on Ross St. Brown for the first touchdown score. I had him, and then I caught him. Of course, because I do it as the anytime as well. So I caught him on the anytime. I caught Jahmyr Gibbs on the anytime touchdown.
Nice.
Ramondre Stevenson anytime touchdown.
Yeah, that was a sneaky one too. Very sneaky.
Dowdle anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix on the anytime.
Yeah, Bo Nix.
Derrick Henry on the anytime.
Yeah, good old Bo Nix.
I guess I got a couple things to open. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Then the one I caught that I really liked was the. So I've been doing the first time touchdown score on the defense. First time touchdown score on the defense. I do all the defenses. Indiana Colts hit that first time touchdown score for me. So I take care of all the rest of them. So I'm liking what I'm learning right there. I'm paying attention right now just to see how consistent it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my lane right now. Them first time touchdown scores.
The first time touchdowns are the equivalent. Just so you guys know, the first time touchdowns are almost the equivalent of the home run, long dongs of the day. They are very hard to predict. some of them you would think are no-brainers, but then there's always a little wrinkle because the coach always wants to be unpredictable to the other team, and then they'll throw in a offensive tackle and put him at tight end and let him sneak out for a touchdown. He scores the first one, right? So there's always that, but for the most part, there are a few different teams that actually make their bones on making sure you know that this guy is the guy that you should be watching out for, because we're going to go to him for our first scores most of the time, right? So they're out there. It's more or less you got to make sure that you gauge it right, and make sure that you actually if you're going to parlay it, make sure you parlay it with a couple of for sure winners, because when those anytime or those first time touchdowns come through, or the defensive touchdowns come through, they hit big. I mean big. 1 shekel on 2 or 3 anytime or first time touchdowns can most likely get you anywhere between 70 to 90 shekels. Just 3 picks. If you pick 3 of those in a row, so just think if you move the decimal over 1, you're looking at 900 shekels. You know what I mean? Just let that roll around in there. Now, with that said, we are definitely working through and trying to find a nice little formula that we could take advantage of for the second edition of.
Kind of like what we do here at Sports, kind of like our specialty or whatever, our house specialty or whatever.
Yeah, I geek out on this stuff, man. I just love it. You know, we get to the point, like, you know, just make sure if you need to call the number, make sure you call the number.
Get that 800 number if you need it, because it's for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure, even though it's the fourth. Now, I'm gonna say this. For those of y'all that are not in the Discord yet, I'm inviting you into the Discord. Understand, coming into the Discord, we appreciate it if you use the name that you use and engage with us on here on YouTube so that we recognize you. But then if you know me and you know that I'm your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies, you know that I will ask you in a heartbeat, who are you? The Discord is an extension of this community right here, which is like my virtual home. Like when I say game on, pull up at Auntie's house, I appreciate that people pull up and treat it like Auntie's house. Really, I love that we engage and we have our back and forth banter, and it's respectful. I want to remind everybody that that's the spirit of this community as we get ready to roll into the season. Because I know everybody that come through here is not going to be necessarily Gamecock fans, but we can all enjoy women's basketball, and that's the ultimate goal is to keep the conversation hot around women's hoops, and keep the money pouring into that. So I'm dropping the Discord link for the last time, without it being part of one of the VIP packages or something that is included with your Patreon membership. Pull up into the mansion that Key built. Y'all come on, hang out with the Gamecocks. After this one, it'll be through the VIP. I know we got different trolls and stuff to come through. Please don't try us at the mansion. I'm just putting it out there. Trolls to the left, fam to the right. I probably will replay. I probably will drop that remind everybody with that track tomorrow.
You will get ejected immediately.
Just want to get the energy back going, y'all. Get the energy back going. It's gonna be a great season. I'm excited. Start with Michigan. We in Vegas. What happened in Vegas? Stay in Vegas.
That's gonna be so
good.
We
finna try to go hand out a whooping. I think, like I told, I don't remember where I've been on. I've been talking so much. I don't remember where I was when I said it, but I'm predicting that we drop 150 on somebody. 150 on somebody. 150 on somebody. Okay, that's all. 150 on somebody is what I'm saying. Let me tell you, get my calculator out. I can let y'all know.
Yeah.
Let y'all know. All I need It's 37 and a half points a quarter. 150. You're gonna drop 150 on somebody, y'all. 75 and a half. 75 and 75. I believe it's doable with the 150. Yeah, 150. We finna have five players. Yeah, Wrench is getting tighter. Wrench is not gonna be playing around as we get ready to go in here. Harold Williams. We'll probably go have Big Wrench come up tomorrow. Sometime introduce himself, let y'all know the rules, because he make an announcement nicely in the chat one time, and then he start putting people out. So
I'll be right
back. The riches is tightening up as we get ready to start the season. So, come with the love, man, because that's what we're here for. We're here for the love. And for those of y'all who have been supporting me for 1 year, thank you. I'm so humbled to be getting ready to start this second season with y'all. It's only up from here, y'all. I announced it earlier for those of y'all who weren't here. I am looking for 50 people interested in attending the Cess Talk Sports event at CLA. So we're looking at having 50 people in the suite to enjoy the game. The experience will include some swag, the ticket to the game, the food in the suite, and a pre-game event where we all meet up and get a chance to kind of hang out and get to know each other before we go to the game, kind of like the night before. So hit me up, let me know if you're interested. I will drop a poll, figure out a way for y'all to let me know. If you're in the Discord, you can message me. But we are looking for 50 folks interested. Right now, we are looking at the UConn game or the LSU game. But the quicker we can get a count, the quicker we can get that locked in and get the game picked. So y'all let me know. That's the hope. That's the hope that we are working through right now. But more to come on that. Thank you so much, Michelle, for helping us get that information. I appreciate that, fam. Need an East Coast link up next. Where you want to link up at on the East Coast? Ain't so okay. Wait, CLA ain't considered East Coast. What's that, down south? You consider that down south? I think I was considering it on the coast, but I guess that's down south. Where you want us to link up at on the East Coast? As that, where we going? Because I said CLA, Miami. I thought about that what is that, the Champions Bowl or whatever, the Champions Tournament in December, but ain't no champions in that. So I passed on that. Got to be something else. We're on the East Coast. Because I'm down to travel. We're going to take Cess Talk Sports where the games is at. That's my goal, to pull up on y'all in y'all cities. Miami. We got to get to Miami. Miami is unrivaled. So I definitely want to Cess Talk Sports event in Miami. So yeah, the goal this year is to keep being able to bring the lives, but being able to bring the lives in cities and spaces that y'all can pull up and engage in person and to grow this conversation in this family and this community. I think it's 1 million people that want to talk women's hoops.
Mm-hmm.
I want to all subscribe to this channel. I'm going to push to 10,000. Everybody that's here tonight, each one of y'all, invite 3 people to the next live. Invite 3 folks to the next live.
That's right.
Okay, you back? Oh, you know what? I'm still in Facebook Live jail. I'm not playing with y'all. Listen,
what?
I know.
What happened? Are you still?
I still, because I ain't got enough people no more. I had to restart my page.
Mm-hmm.
And the family was like, Auntie, we sick of you asking us to do this. But I need y'all to go back in these old ass Facebook apps, because I know y'all like, Auntie, we don't do Facebook no more. But I need the Facebook money. Okay? I'm getting all income streams right now. So I need y'all to go into the Facebooks and follow Cess Talk Sports on the Facebooks, okay? And on the Instagram, and on the Snapchat, and on the X, and on the TikToks. I need y'all to follow me on all social media platforms. The other reason that y'all want to be following me on all the social media platforms is the Easter eggs that y'all are used to seeing on Cess Talks Bets are going to start rolling out in post in different shows, in different spots. So they'll be hidden in different spots. So be on the lookout. Make sure y'all are following us on all spots. And we're also going to be starting to have some real exclusive bet content in the Discord and the Bigo Live. So if y'all are on Bigo, make sure y'all follow us on Cess Talk Sports as well over there. Got a Bigo party kicking off over there tomorrow for South Carolina game. So
Nice.
gonna be live on Bigo going on a regular basis. We going hard, y'all. We turning it up this season. Turning it up. Getting that story. Check out that Cess Talk Sports merch. MJ, what else you got on your mind for this game? Notre Dame for this week for this Monday game. These Monday games. So Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. It's the Hannah Hidalgo show 5:00. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Tennessee play, but it's the Hannah Hidalgo show that I think I'm excited about tomorrow too. I mean, we're gonna see Juju early, so we're gonna know that we're gonna get Juju out the way real early. She's gonna kick it off. That's like breakfast for you.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into Louisville. I get to see them. I get to see Betts, Janiah Barker. I'm excited to see what she does, how she fits. If she starts, y'all think Barker starts? I think Janiah Barker starts, y'all.
Why wouldn't she start?
Because I was hearing that she was going to start. Some
Really?
people who I asked for their starting five for UCLA had her coming off the bench.
What?
Oh yeah, and y'all follow Dr. Trunkenstein on Bigo as well. Yeah, somebody else. Who else went to UCLA with Janiah Barker? Somebody else is down there.
I'm trying to figure out, did she transfer to come off the bench? Is that what
she started? So. I would start her. Says MJ Lover fam. I'll check in tomorrow from T-Mobile. Let's go. Let's go, Michelle. Let me know about that energy in there, fam. Let me know about that energy in there. Get some pictures.
Nice.
Share them back. Give me some exclusive content to put out, fam.
Yeah. I love it. Centron's gonna be nice. Yeah. That's gonna be somebody.
We just won't see. We won't see Westfield.
No.
But we will see Cobalt.
Cobalt. What about Olivia Miles is back, right?
Yeah, for sure. I thought you had said Miles already. I was trying to think of
no, I didn't.
know.
No.
Sure.
Westfield.
I think Miles and Hidalgo put up like a 47 backcourt or something.
I don't doubt it. Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Something nasty like that. They nasty work. They was getting on nasty work.
Oh yeah, she had 5 steals, I think. That's about...
that girl when she walk on the court, she get 5 steals. She come on the court and get 5 steals.
We have to look for the record. We're gonna have to check the record on steals for season and all time with her. She ain't gonna stop.
Who is that?
Hidalgo. She ain't gonna stop.
Hidalgo's all gas.
Taking people's bread, cookies.
You rolling back out to Chicago. Safe travels. Be safe out there. We're gonna be checking in on you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be around the Discord too.
Don't cross the border. Don't cross the border.
Yeah, man. Hey man, yeah. If you need to make all that, make our rights get left. Man.
Oh, he gonna force us to actually make some bets to try to get him out of jail.
Oh man, here you go. We ain't got time. Yeah, we ain't. We gonna run a $500 parlay. Turn it into 10 bands for you.
Yeah, just send the money. We'll get it done.
Exactly.
Oh man, it's gonna be good. So you're gonna stay on live for as long as you possibly can tomorrow. Is that the plan?
As long as I can. Yeah. So okay, you gotta remember, I did 11-hour lives during March.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so. We got check ball. We up at 9:00.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Juju are live for USC. So I don't know if that, I know we'll be live here and then on 2 platforms or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Louisville after that, 2:30. And then we got Notre Dame after that. And then we got USC and the LSU is the last game. And you got to wind down and have some type of therapy to digest all of that. Plus, it's going to be some like Monday Night Football on too, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
So what do you think? Hold on a second. Plug my phone in. So what do you think? Should I
Justin, I don't know what you mean with your emojis and everything, or what you saying towards Harold, but this probably just ain't the live for you. So you probably should just slide on out.
Oh, is he a problem?
I don't know. He was like Harold be eating it. It's like some chicken, some watermelon, and some dumb shit. I don't know. It'll be. I mean, Harold is right there. Harold could deal with it. I was just trying to give him that opportunity. Like,
Done. Yeah, there's always trolls. I don't know. We got grown babies always hanging around.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying. Usually, I've been letting it go pretty much, except when it starts to like, if it start to spam into the chat where I can't keep up with the chat going on. For the most part, like if you just want to exercise your fingers, it's a lot of other ways I exercise my hand, but it ain't like that. So, Evan, if this is the kind of content you get to, hit the subscribe, hit the like, stay in the conversation.
One of the things I was thinking about doing.
If you're into the sports conversation we have, man, it's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to squeeze it in. I can send you probably 2 or 3 Easter eggs to go along with each one of these segments. Whichever squeeze them in with.
And we gotta have you pop up on the live for the bets, for the picks.
Yeah, and I'll send it to you tonight so you can figure out which one you want to put them in. Surprise some of the people that may be sleeping right now.
HDI TV will pop up live to like 2:00.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
So it should be a fun day. You know, it'll be a fun day of basketball. Get some snacks, hang out like your auntie's house. But I came up here for a quickie, and I've been here 2 hours. Who will win hockey team? What hockey team will win this year? Evan, I don't know if we have a pick for which hockey team is going to win this year, but we do.
Do you want to go with do you want to go with the obvious, or do you want to go with the long shot? Because there's two, and
I didn't know if you had picks ready. Go ahead, Evan. He got them for you. What you got?
Well, of course, the Florida. Florida is the reigning champs, and they're on top of their division now. But if you want a long shot, go ahead and pick the Winnipeg the Winnipeg Jets. They're looking pretty good.
Winnipeg Jets. And you said Florida and the Winnipeg Jets. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hey, you heard it here first. Right off the top of his head from Big Daddy Long Dong himself. Always ready with the picks because he's stroking the streets trying to make the ends meet. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. Harold, we'll have you up tomorrow to give a state of the wrenches address really quickly. 1 to 2 minutes. Keep it short and simple. I'll let them know. Man. You live in Edmonton. Okay.
Yeah, Edmonton. They just
Edmonton was like Wayne Gretzky.
They just lost their best player the other day to an injury. I think he's out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm new to this NHL. So as we're starting to learn the bets, I'm starting to learn some of these names, but I don't know much about NHL at all. But we're talking all sports here because there's always somebody in the chat because my chat's better than yours. It's always somebody in the chat that knows something about the sports you're talking about. I don't even care if it's pickleball. There's somebody here who knows something about a cornhole. Somebody talks that right here in this chat. Believe me. But fucking last season up there.
That's hilarious.
It's close. So
yeah.
Like I told you, I'm back in about 6 hours. I'm back in about 6 hours with Juju live with Check Ball. We up. We're gonna be looking at some of the hottest players that we're gonna be watching this season. Flage.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt you while we got a hockey player in here.
Yeah, we got.
Evan, we do hockey picks. You probably didn't know that. We actually do hockey picks on our bet show. So follow tomorrow. We'll have a show tomorrow. Live, ready to go. Be ready.
And then we do a daily bet show normally at 3:00, but tomorrow it'll be on the live whenever MJ pops up. But
yeah,
typically it'll be 3. Tomorrow is
today
is a special day.
I gotta get a nap in.
It's now November 4th, everywhere. Let's go, goddammit. Let's go, Gamecocks. It's game day, goddammit. It's game day, goddammit. And that's what I came here for. I came here for game day. So with that, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. MJ, I appreciate you pulling up, hanging out. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us on this late night quickie. We'll see y'all in about 6 hours to get game day started. Let's go. The repeat tour starts now. Until next time, stay tuned, y'all. Talk soon.